There's something I need to talk about, and it's very serious, and I think it needs to be said. You know, I've just been trying to understand people these days, but what I came to realize, something just became more sinister. Like, people have changed. Have you noticed when you talk to someone, they're just quick to react. They just they just don't have the patience to even hold on to a conversation, or you know there's the story, right? I'm still doing my studies, right, trying to finish and get my certificate and all that, which will come a lot later. But look, my point is, there is a situation where my teacher, for example, asks the students something, and every time he asks a question, everybody just stays quiet, even though they know the answer already. Like, isn't that strange? Like, every time the teacher, like, even the smartest students, they don't even answer the questions that the smartest students even know. Like, you guys know what I mean? Like, the teacher asks a question to the students, no one answers, and they wait for the teacher to answer that question himself. Like, isn't that crazy? Yes, I'm not the best student in class. I'm really not. I haven't been a great student ever, if I'm being honest. But I feel like there should be at least one student that's going to answer the questions. And yes, sometimes some people do answer the questions that the teacher has just asked. But a lot of times people just stay quiet and there's this awkward silence. Like like people just deadly stare at the in the teacher's eyes, and the teacher looks very uncomfortable. And the crazy part is that that same teacher that asked those questions, he was the one who, I'm currently doing my internship, right? In a small hospital, or what do you call it? Um, in German we call it like Praxis. It's like a small how do you I don't know. It's like a small mini hospital or mini area where you help patients, where all the physiotherapists or the massage therapists actually work at, but it's a smaller hospital, so to speak. Anyways, um, long story short, I talked to my teacher about this topic. Like, people have changed. Like, people don't want to help each other anymore. Every time you ask someone for help, they just don't want to help you no more. They don't even have the patience to even give you a simple answer. Like, even a short answer, they just don't care. Like, the crazy part is, I asked someone to help me with something. I asked them a certain questions because I don't understand what what the what that sentence means. They just don't want to help. Like, they say, go ask ChatGPT. Yeah, okay, sure, I can ask. But every time they ask me for help, I'll help them, but I don't get nothing in return. They every time they just want something from you. Like, people, like, this is not the only situation I'm talking about. I got many other situations. I'll give you guys a few more examples. Like every time I try to make friends with someone, friends just want money from you nowadays. Every time they say, "Oh, can you lend me like 50 euros or $50 or wherever you guys are living at? Can you guys lend me 50 euros?" Okay? You give them 50 euros and you say, "Will you give it back by tomorrow?" They say yes. Okay. So tomorrow comes, they don't give it back to you. They say, okay, will you give it back tomorrow morning? Then the next day comes, and the next day comes, and then the next day comes, and then it's been a month, it's been a year, and like, what the fuck, you know? Sorry, guys. Got a dry throat. They just are not like people are just not reliable. Like people just want to take advantage of you. And most people are just scammers. Like I don't care which country you're living in. I know in some so-called poor countries there are more scammers because they want money from you or because you are a western person who is apparently privileged and that's why they want money from you. Okay, but my point is that people in general are scammers. Like they just want money from you and they just don't give it back to you. That proves that people are just fake. People are fake. People just are people I don't know, like people just have changed. Like people had more manners back then. Like especially the early 2000s, like around 2010. Okay, maybe that's not early 2000, but around 2010 and 2015, those were one of the greatest years of my life, if I'm being honest. And okay, maybe 2015 to 2019, it was still okay. I had like a rough time in high school. But after 2020, things have changed fast. So to give a quick of a background to my story, I was born in Germany but grew up in China. And I studied in an international school, in an American international school in China. That's how I learned English and so on. Okay, yada yada. That's not the point, but the point is after COVID, after COVID, people have changed even in China. Like I try to talk with people, no one wants to talk back to you. Like everyone felt so lonely during that pandemic. Something happened after the lockdowns. Like this is more than just economics. This is more than just about, you know, economics or politics or whatever. I don't care how much money you guys have. I really don't care how much money you guys have. You know, something happened after COVID. COVID, the virus, right? It has something to do with this. That smartphone, social media, is changing people. It's changing people so much to the point that they don't know what's real or fake anymore. You know, for the most part, people were more helpful before 2020. People were more grateful for what they had. At least for the most part, people were more reliable. All right? Some people say, people were always like this. No, no. People were not always like this. People were definitely more helpful back then. But now, every time, just try to have a normal conversation on the street. Just try to say hi to someone. Just try to say, how are you? Just try to greet someone. You can't say hi no more. You can't even say, how are you? You cannot say hi. You cannot say hi to someone without them even getting an attitude. Like every time you say hi, people just look at you strange. Like that's crazy. I mean, of course, if you're living in a big city, nobody will always say hi to you because people are busy with their lives. I understand. But just a simple gesture, like it doesn't have to be hi. It's just like helping someone open the door. They don't even say thank you. It's about common courtesy. It's about respect, and people have none of that no more. You know, every time something good happens to someone, people just don't seem to be excited as they once were. Like, people just can't seem to feel happiness. Like, have you noticed, like, every time something good happens, like they have a birthday or something, they just don't want to they just can't feel happy anymore. Like, I know I'm supposed to be happy, but I just can't seem to feel the happiness that I used to feel in the past. And this is shocking to me. I don't understand how this can happen in such a short amount of time. And it's getting worse. I see it with my colleagues at my internship that I'm currently doing. This is my last week. I got 2 more days. But every time I try to ask a question, like even during her free time, like when she was calling someone on the phone for work or whatever, after she hang up the phone, she had a little bit of a breather. She had some time to breathe. I asked her, this and this and this. What does this mean? She says, "Why can't you just open your mind?" Honestly, like, how can I open my mind if you've never taught me what that even meant? Like, it's something to do with work, and I didn't even understand what that even means. And she's just quick to react. Like, she just shouted at me like I did something wrong. I did nothing wrong. I was just asking a question like, what does this mean? Could you please explain it to me so I understand? Because I'm still I'm still trying to finish my apprenticeship, my studies. So how can I know this? You're acting like people acting like you know everything. And that's the problem. People are just quick to react. Basically reacting to everything. Conversations even feel shorter than normal. Like every time you have a conversation with someone, it just feels shorter than before. And people just move on and just go somewhere else. They just want to finish the conversation. Like they just don't want to have a long conversation anymore. They just want to go back home and use social media and just escape reality. But the reality is that this is not real. And I think social media is changing people so much that they are becoming mentally ill. People back then had more or people back then were more wiser. I would say so. People back then had more knowledge. They were not so brain dead as they are now. But this is just crazy. Like I can't even have a decent conversation with people no more. Nobody can feel happiness anymore. No one. And this is really getting to me. I know everyone should just. I know a lot of people. I know sometimes in my mind I'm thinking like if everybody just threw away their smartphones, then we would get back our humanity. But this is just far from fixing it. Nobody's gonna throw away their smartphones. Everyone is just gonna be stuck in that bloody matrix. I don't know if there's any way to fix this. Every time you have a conversation with someone, and sometimes even if you want to make a very good joke, people just like stare at you and look at you strange, like as if you did something wrong. Like people are not acting normal. People are acting different. You see fake smiles everywhere, showing you white teeth, showing you white teeth. Nobody wants you to win anymore. Nobody wants to help each other anymore as they once used to. It's sad out there. It's really sad, and I think something needs to change. if there's a bad economy, or if things hit the if shit hits the fan, something has to change, because we can't keep living like this. It's not gonna work long term. All right, guys, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. All right, peace.